Hot news. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross says federal workers should take loans during shutdown. By Emily Flitter. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said Thursday that he did not understand why federal workers who are not being paid during a government shutdown that is in its fifth week would use services like food banks, suggesting that they should take out loans to stay afloat. The obligations that they would undertake, you say borrowing from a bank or credit union, you are in effect federally guaranteed, Mr. Ross told CNBC on Thursday morning. So the 30-day, Mr. Ross said some banks and credit unions had offered low-interest loans to affected workers, and suggested that workers should be using those services rather than visiting food banks or shelters. When you think about it, these are basically government-guaranteed loans, because the government has committed, he said. These folks will get. Democratic lawmakers were quick to denounce the comments. Is this a let-them-eat-cake kind of attitude? Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, said at a news conference, or call your father for money. Senator Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader, said in a statement on Twitter that Mr. Ross' remarks were unreal. Credit unions have generally offered the most generous assistance to affected federal employees. Maybe federal workers who use banks instead may have a harder time following Mr. Ross' advice. JP Morgan Chase, for example, does not offer personal loans, although the bank has said it has worked with customers to waive fees or delay payments on car loans or mortgages. Mr. Ross allowed that some workers might end up having to pay interest on a loan, but suggested that credit should be available to workers who needed it. Alicia Lane, a management analyst at the Food and Drug Administration who has been furloughed since December 27, said the idea of taking out a loan worried her. I set up a GoFundMe account to help out, she said Thursday. I just did that last.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.